You're listening to a Canadian Movie Crew production.
Run, Lola Run is the story of a girl named Lola who has time-traveling powers, a siren's voice, and a fear of public transportation. Or is it?
In this world, the story a movie gives you is the whole story. Or is it? It's the Or Is It Movie Podcast. And now, your hosts, Derek and Mean Mark.
Welcome back to the Or Is It Movie Podcast, where we try to find the real story behind the story. I'm Derek.
I'm Mean Markin.
Mean Markin.
Yeah, Mean Markin, yeah.
Today we're taking a look at 1998's Run, Lola Run. Now,
yes, Germany's Run, Lola Run.
To handle a top quality, well-respected German art film, we had to reach out for help. So, from our Canadian Movie Crew satellite studios in St. Paul, Minnesota, we have Mike and Brian from the 70s versus the 80s podcast, our old friends. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I think when you did the intro, you should give like 3 different versions of it with 3 different endings.
I'll go back and give it. Yeah, exactly. And Brian, how are you doing, sir?
I am fantastic today. I failed my homework assignment, which to listeners of the 70s versus 80s podcast won't be surprising. I only watched about 10 minutes of 3 different versions. I'm just here for moral support or to try to figure out a joke here or there. Or actually to get
you pretty much got it.
Actually to get the gist of the movie I was supposed to watch and only watch 10 minutes of it.
Okay, so this is a learning expedition for you.
This will all be new to me, which again,
exploratory. I like
listeners
it.
Of our
podcasting
are not surprised
I love it.
Everything comes as a shock to me that Mike says.
You know what I like? You know what I like about this, Brian? It's like we have a live audience.
There you go.
We don't podcast in front of an audience and now we have one.
I was going to use that joke that we like.
Live audience.
The 70s versus the 80s podcast is recorded in front of a live studio audience. You just never hear them because we're not that interesting or good.
Yeah, they never applaud. Yeah,
Just all sit on their hands.
Well, that's okay for at the Canadian Movie Crew. It is sometimes recorded in front of a live audience, and that usually consists of Derek's wife and or cat.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
And I'm a single guy, so it's just my plant that's sitting behind me. That's
pretty sure that one of those is more judgmental than the other, and it's 100% the cat.
Oh yeah, no, my plant's a bitch. My plant cannot be satisfied by anything. So really harsh. Loves the internet. Anyway,
so Mike, you brought this one to us. This was your recommendation.
Yeah.
What's your history with this?
Well, I kind of recommended it as a joke. I said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we did the German version of Run, Lola, Run? And then I didn't realize that it is, that there's the American dub version is widely regarded as pretty horrible. But then, but with the English subtitles, and then you guys kind of just ran with it and we did it. I watched it when the movie was new. I saw it in the theater, which I was telling Brian that's what he really needed to see it in the theater because I think he watched it on the small little or tried to watch it on the small little
on my iPhone 14.
So that's a problem. So yeah, I watched it when it was new, and I just and I always wanted to talk to somebody about this movie, but then every time I go, I'd bring it up to my friends. I'm like, hey, have you seen Run, Lola, Run? They're like, no, is that a video game? What is it?
No.
Yeah.
Did you say you mentioned it to your now ex-friends?
Yeah. So that'd be the answer I'd get exactly. Is they're like, what the hell is that?
Oh, and not only did I watch it on the iPhone 14, the 10 minutes of it, it wouldn't allow it to be full screen. So,
oh geez.
Oh no.
That may have been a factor into giving up after 10 minutes. Just understand how much I respect you two that I actually watched it for 10 minutes.
Well, watching 10 minutes of it really really helps because they
You saw half the movie, yeah.
Yeah, you saw more than half the movie. I think that's
Yeah.
just because of the way this movie is formatted, which I did not know. And before I watched the movie, I saw that this one is a critical darling. This has like a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why? I have no idea. I mean, it's not a terrible movie, but
I think
there are some things.
I think it's
things,
critics trolling the general audience, thinking that we're not intellectually able to handle some of these movies. So then they say, "Oh, this is amazing," and force us to watch it.
Yeah, it's like a German art film.
Yeah.
I don't. Get.
This one tries to start off like a thinky one. Maybe that's why people like it.
Yeah, so it starts off philosophical because I wrote the two things down because they were in German. I don't know if the subtitles came out, but this one is from T.S. Eliot. It says, "We never cease our search, and yet at the end of our searching, we are back at the starting point and will grasp this place for the first time."
Wow. That's like a review of the movie, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, there's a quote from S. Herberger. I don't know who that is. And it says, "After the game is before the game."
Oh.
And I'm not smart enough to understand
that's
that.
so deep that it doesn't make any sense.
Well, did you guys did you get the one where he kicks the soccer ball and he says the ball is round and the game is 90 minutes and everything after that is just theory or whatever?
Yeah.
That's a famous German soccer player said that at one point, I guess.
What is it? Something like life is chaos. A soccer game is 90 minutes and the ball is round. That's the only absolute, or something like that is where they were going with. Like the only absolute are the rules of soccer, or football, I guess, as they call it in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, the round ball is more predictable than, say, like the oblong spheroid that's an American football.
Yeah.
It doesn't have.
That's right. Sure. That's right. Yeah. And I do like the idea of like, well, you're coming to see a movie called Run, Lola. So we're going to see a lady and her cardio workout. And this is, they're like, no. Existential crisis. Now watch the pretty lady run. Like it's, okay, thanks for front loading the movie like that, man. You know,
I was going to ask you guys: has a movie ever been titled with a verb like that's more accurate, like maybe Jaws? But like this movie, like the title, it takes the title is kind of like the plot of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah,
really a verb.
Like when I saw that movie Fall, but
the Running Man, maybe.
Oh,
the Running Man. That's pretty good. Yeah.
The first one, anyway.
Drop,
yeah,
from 2025 there.
But they did again with the philosophical stuff. The voice comes over and it says, "Man, most mysterious creature on the planet. We know very little about it." I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure we're the most studied thing on the planet.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we've done a pretty good job of exploring ourselves. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, like a veterinarian isn't like, I'm sorry, I only cows. I know nothing about horses, cats, or dogs. I'm a cowist, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, there's psychologists. It's just like one part of the human experience.
Yeah.
And then, what's the most 1998 thing about the movie? I mean, other than the soundtrack, that was pretty 1998.
I was going to say the soundtrack.
But then, like, the mug shots, and it almost started like a Spike Lee with the mug shots, and then it was like a video game where Lola's just standing there. They're kind of showing a full body shot of her, like choose your video game character kind of shot. Like
it really was because they had their name, but it was like their signature.
Yeah,
one signature was just 3 dots, and I was like,
it was a Comic-Con autograph session somehow. You were just seeing pics of it. Like,
do we see these people? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who these people are. Do we? Okay.
Yeah, they're the ones that she passes in the street, so you see them for seconds. Yeah.
Like the grumpy old bitch that she shoulders and turns out. Well, depending on what timeline you're looking at, we'll get to that. But yeah, people like that. The bum. They just call him the bum that's how the English sub. That's not me judging the homeless. That is the subtitles as presented in the film. Film. This is not a movie. Yes. This is a film.
It's a film for sure.
The theatrical presentation.
It's a feature. Yeah,
a feature. Yes, indeed.
A feature film. So if we get into the quote unquote story, this is about Lola and her boyfriend
Manny.
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 Like Manuel, I guess, but Manny, something
I
like
thought it was
that.
Monnie, Monnie. But
I thought it was Manni.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree with Mark.
Those
Yeah.
strong
Let's
German
pull up
names.
I'll pull up the autographs and see if I can get.
Oh, by the way, we are not welcoming or welcoming back anybody to this show because why bother?
So you've never done any of the Bourne movies, the Bourne Supremacy, the Bourne,
No,
because she's the leader. She goes on to be the lead female in the first two, right? Supremacy, Ultimatum.
This movie got her exactly. Thanks, Mike. Thank you for reminding me of where I saw her before. I didn't look it up, but I know I'd seen her. I saw this movie way back. It was like a video rental. I ran down to the video store based on a recommend. Yeah, exactly. I put my best techno on and just started my Doc Martens because, of course, you want to spend your entire day running in those things. Holy.
Yeah. We talk about 1998, 1990s things. How about the Doc Martens or the belt that's hanging loosely around her waist?
Yeah.
Oh, and then Manny
has attached to anything. It's just a belt hanging loosely.
Yeah, Manny has a chain hanging from his belt. You remember?
Oh, yeah, and the wallet on a chain.
Wallet on a chain, absolutely. Yeah.
That's so 90s. But anyway, so Manny is he's in with a German gangster. Who I'll forever refer to as Right Said Fred. Because he's walking around with his shirt open and his jacket open. I'm too sexy for this movie. Film. Sorry, too sexy for this feature film. And they pull off a diamond heist, I think, at the beginning of the movie.
It's diamonds or drugs? I'm not sure.
I thought it was drugs because was it diamonds? Okay, because it was a little tiny bag. Yeah.
Yeah, because he goes. I think it's diamonds because then he goes to what I thought was a jeweler inside a greenhouse.
Oh yes, the Cyclops.
Yeah, and then
he's an underground jeweler. Though that's why
looks like he looks at it and then he pays him $100,000 for the thing and he's supposed to take that.
Dabbles in botany, but he's an underground jeweler.
Yeah,
okay,
because
good cover story.
Because the only other greenhouse person we've seen on this show was the one from The Happening, and all he was into was hot dogs. So
yes.
So he gets the money, but then he takes but Lola doesn't show up because she slept in.
Yeah, it's weird.
On heist day.
You would think you would set 2 alarms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to. I mean, people do that for work. I mean, if heist day was my job, it seemed like a rather important day, not just and an early appointment for gangsters, I guess. They usually meet in back alleys at nighttime under the cover of dark, but nope, apparently this gangster has stuff to do. So 8 a.m., let's go. I want to beat the traffic.
Yeah, Right Said Fred has a 10 a.m. tee off. That's what he's at.
I think so, yeah.
So But he goes to the subway, and while he's on the subway, 2 cops get on the subway, and so he freaks out, takes off, leaves the sack of money behind.
Yeah, and this is the part I didn't understand. Why did the cops grab him? All he really did was freak out, and then he tried to jump on the subway, but obviously he had a ticket because he just got off the subway. And then they grab him, and what did they grab him for? I don't...
we don't know if they suspected he was I don't know if it was an investigation into the robbery.
But then they let him go, right? I mean,
they let him go.
Yeah,
so
he wasn't,
obviously,
he wasn't booked or nothing. So it was weird.
Who knows?
They're like, hey, stop being so aggro, dude.
But then a bum on the subway picks up his cash and takes off with it. So now he's out $100,000 that he needs to pay off, Right Said Fred. And he calls Lola, blames her.
Yeah, sleeping through
this is all your fault because you didn't show up.
Yeah, exactly. Never mind, he didn't. How did he get there?
Yeah.
Did he take the boss's car and now he has to Uber home?
Yeah.
Oh, because her moped got stolen, remember?
Yes. Her moped gets
that's
stolen.
Why
their moped.
Like, that's right.
She said it's theirs, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That explains the need to run. See?
It was almost
after the 10
Lola.
minute mark.
It was almost called Ride. If she wouldn't have got the moped stolen, it would be called Ride, Lola Ride.
Ride, Roller, Ride, yeah.
Look at Wilson Pickett to the
Vespa, Lola, Vespa. Yeah. The whole movie just be wee,
Oh, Creed.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yes, Brian, you missed the all-important minute 11 of the movie, which explains everything. The
Everything.
entire movie is just broken out.
If I just had more stick to it, stick to it.
Yeah.
More time on the toilet. Yes, you would.
If work didn't get busy again.
So he calls Lola and he's yelling at her, "This is your fault. I was on the subway. I freaked out and I left the money behind. So this is your fault." ? And he's yelling at her, and she's like, "Okay, so what do we do? Oh my God, I'm just giving you my entire problem and you haven't solved it in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
This is your fault."
Yeah.
And he keeps yelling and berating this poor woman.
Yeah,
She's like, "Give me 20 minutes and I'll figure this out." And I'm like, why?
how?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
At this point, he's in trouble. Fuck him. But okay.
He should have got a better lock for their moped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there it is. Your home security is lacking there, Buster. So,
And
I do have a note about the bum apparently coming to Canada at some point with his winnings.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I heard that. They're saying
Yeah.
Paris, Milan, and then they just throw Canada in there.
Saskatoon?
I was like,
Paris, Milan, and Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paris, Milan, Vienna,
One-
Saskatoon,
Yeah, it is the
Wawa.
North American Milan.
Medicine
Yeah.
Hat,
yeah, Moosehead. That's,
Moose Jaw.
sorry that St. Paul wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know why.
Always overlooked.
Right?
Well,
I know.
If you're
Well,
going to
that's
go to
why-
a frozen tundra, go to the real
Well,
one.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I noted it, because I mean, we're rarely on the destination vacation list there. For
it was funny. Yeah.
so
really stuck
especially, I didn't know we were so popular in Germany. Like it's us and David Hasselhoff, I guess. That's the
So he's calling her from a phone booth. And he's like, "Okay, I'll wait here. I'll give you 20 minutes, or else I'm going to rob the grocery store across the street because I've heard that they make $200,000 a day, which makes it the single greatest fucking grocery store on the planet."
I know.
What grocery store makes $200,000 a day?
Yeah, 1998 money.
In 1998 one.
1998 was it German marks? I guess I don't know what the
Yeah.
exchange is, but
But he
Yeah.
says, I'll rob it by noon because they have to have made the first half by now. Because again, that's how that works.
It's
You make
yeah,
all of your
perfectly
money in the
linear.
first half of the day.
It's just perfectly linear. There's no
Yeah.
no rush. No
yeah,
pe- yeah.
it sounds like they have a schedule. Like we will make $100,000
By noon.
$100,000 by noon
Even though-
every day.
You get the-
It's just
You got a manager
even
like
though,
the Gary Cole character in Office Space that comes by and it's like, you're $5 short of being on pace.
yeah, really. What happens then? Do they have to go buy something if the cashier hasn't? You must now
Pull
buy
it
your
from petty
lunch.
Cash. It's like,
You must buy your lunch for 7 marks 99, and then you will make your 100,000. Yeah. And then you can go on the lunch,
Yeah.
Brenda.
we are not on track. We are not on track.
Yeah. Yes. The tills must run on time. Eh? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tills was right.
Say what you will about Hitler. He made the tills run on time.
The tills run on. I mean, talk about a business model. You can guarantee you're making 100,000 every day
Every
by
half
noon?
day.
every half
half
day.
day.
Sorry, 200. Yeah, 200. Like that's the thing. Their morning's work it got put into a bag. Spoiler alert for later. Well, they just got another 100,000 for the
And it-
afternoon. I mean, it's just business. It's like,
And
oh,
it
yeah,
wasn't even on a-
Zen-
It wasn't even on a busy corner because Manny, every time he'd go in there and then he'd like have second thoughts and he'd come out and take a look around, and it's like, and there's
There's no
nobody,
traffic.
and you can't even see Lola. Yeah.
Yeah, there's yeah. I
They're
don't
getting
know how-
walk-in traffic at $100,000 every 6 hours.
That's crazy.
They're making this is me $200,000 a day, 5 days a week. That's $1 million a week.
Yeah.
What are they selling in this grocery store?
How much are these people spending?
It sounds like some
Yeah.
money laundering front.
Maybe.
Oh. Well, apparently everyone's a criminal because they all had headshots at the beginning. So maybe we just missed the grocery store manager as well. All right.
So, yeah. Oh, by the way, 1998, Mike, you asked calling cards.
That was the biggest. I forgot about that. The calling cards were that the little slot in the payphone that you stuck your calling card into.
Yep. For those of you who are too young to remember that was a prepaid calling card.
That just slammed me back.
Yep. Instead of coins, you slide your card in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, payphones to begin with.
Alone.
When do you see those now?
Well, and that's what I was going to say. I think we should have I always wanted to start a second podcast or another podcast. We got so many podcasts, but one where like, would this movie work after the invention of the iPhone, iPhone, because he'd just be calling her or texting her on the street. But I think it worked good as a metaphor because they had these 4 glass walls closing in on them. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah. Ooh, very nice. That's and that is what we were thinking when we made the film. Yes, it was exactly that. Yes, you picked up on it. Very good.
So she decides, she thinks about all the different people that she can go to for $100,000, which is nice to have all those people you can turn to for $100,000.
In 20 minutes. She's got 20 minutes to do it.
Yeah. 20 minutes, yeah.
I have a total, too, of people that I could go to for $100,000 in 20 minutes, and it's a negative number.
Yeah, for sure.
By the way, gentlemen, just to put this in a bit of context, I looked it up. In 1998, one Deutschmark it was 84 to 87 cents Canadian, or about 56 cents US.
So that's even a greater haul then. Yeah. If you're getting 200,000 Deutschmarks in a day, it's like
they're making about $400,000 US.
No, the other way around.
One the other way around.
56. It's a still, we're saying $100,000, but they're
still though. Just making $50,000 in one day.
Local currency, man.
Yeah. So what? 200,000? About actually 100,000 US a day.
Sorry, 100,000 a day.
Which and I did work in the grocery in the US in the late 90s, and a good day they'd pull down 100. I mean, they would usually be a little.
That was his every day. Apparently, it was a good day.
Yeah. They have a good day every day.
Yeah. You're at a US grocery store that had like 12 checkout lanes and something like that.
This was more almost like a convenience or like a city grocery store.
This is a grocery store in like New York. You know what I mean? Like Manhattan almost. It's I
was reading the notes on it, I know I'm jumping ahead, but in the third iteration of this story, the grocery store is all, I guess you can see it's all black in the background. It's not even open because they couldn't get it to open for the whole filming of the movie. So
Yeah.
So they had 20 minutes, let me guess, of filming time when they did the robbery scene.
Yeah.
Well, they're only in it for one scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the girl runs out, and her mother, question mark, is talking to someone, and they're both hairy. That's all I got out of that conversation.
Because she needs shampoo.
No, she says to someone on the phone, "Yeah, that's okay. I'm hairy too."
No, married.
Oh, married. Oh, I thought I said hairy.
She's talking like there's like an illicit. It's like an illicit phone call. Like
she's basically it implies that she's stepping out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just thought that they're East German.
It was East German. East German. Yeah.
But her TV shows a cartoon of Lola running down the stairs.
Yeah.
And it's in like the style of like Clarissa knows it all from the late 90s. That's the kind of cartoon.
Oh,
it's so weird.
I got a little Simpsons vibe out of it, but yeah,
because
the Simpsons do make an episode about Run Lola Run.
Now, Brian, you just reacted. Did you get that reference? Because I didn't.
Clarissa knows it all.
Yeah,
explains it all.
I'd see that show like once or twice when someone else was watching it, and I recognize the show, so that's why I laughed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a trained seal over here. I recognize that. It's funny.
No, it's just, I didn't get that reference. So
I'm too old for that show, so that gives you.
Well, that's
there you
it.
go.
I know about like Hannah Montana and all that stuff because my kids would have been prime age when that came on. So then it's on in the
Yeah.
background, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
washing dishes, all that fun parent stuff.
Okay, I get you. I do like that we've been talking for 20 minutes and we're only now getting to the titular running.
Yeah. So she starts running, and it's she runs into a lady walking her kid, and she calls her a slut pig for running into her, which is kind of harsh.
The subtitled version was a lot more direct. It was just like slut or whore, or like they really
Okay.
Well, who was truly at fault? Because that might, determine if it was warranted or not.
Well, we do see it a couple of times, and from what I can tell, Lola makes the turn, but she makes too wide of a turn.
Yeah.
So she kind of leans into the hit.
Yeah.
So
she doesn't maintain
it's
lane
like a dirty
integrity,
hockey
right?
hit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She rides up
she
the
put her
racetrack
shoulder
and
into it.
is at fault, but
Yeah.
then covers
Yeah.
it by immediately blaming the other person.
If it was baseball, it would have been interference. That's all.
Yeah.
Or obstruction. One of the
There you
two.
go. And you can tell that that it wasn't filmed anywhere where we come from, because they would have stopped and apologized to each other. And then she would have kept running.
Sorry.
Just scooch right by you.
The little kid, the little baby, sorry, in the
And then their futures would have been just like doing polite Canadian stuff, like instead of stealing a baby like this lady.
Sitting on Muskoka chairs, drinking a
Yeah. So this is the first of these flash. It's a flashback or a flash forward that we get for some of these people that she runs into.
I think it's a flash forward.
I think it's flash forward because they're showing like she runs like all three scenarios have different outcomes depending on how Lola approaches them.
Well, this one was interesting to me because I think it's a back and forward, because what they seem to insinuate, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that that baby in the stroller isn't hers.
No, because they show that she goes home. Is she drugs or something? And then the police come in, take her baby away.
Oh no,
and then she goes to the park and then steals someone else's baby.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But the flashes are so fast; they're hard to follow. But yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I get a picture's worth 1,000 words, but context really helps.
Yeah.
That's why we do moving pictures.
Which, like, does she have psychic powers? Like, I don't even know what this is supposed to mean. Like, this doesn't make any any sense to the plot.
Yeah, I think it's like they're showing. Okay, so like we're talking. There's going to be 3 different versions of the same story, and like the way Lola interferes with their life or enters their life, affects the outcome that they eventually have.
Yeah.
So everybody has 3 different outcomes. Yeah.
That's
what I got.
On how
that's what I got. I don't know.
It's kind of a weird, like a multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Where, but just done very, very super quickly. Like we don't live in that
look for the spinning top like it's Inception.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Right. And then, but depending on how that top lands affects the outcome.
For that,
right?
Other,
is sort of the idea. Okay. Again, this is all minute 11 stuff, Brian.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but yeah.
So then she runs past a guy on the bike who offers to sell her his bike. She says, nah.
Well, yeah, if she can run by him while he's riding it, why does she need it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we see his future. He gets beat up. His bike gets taken away. He goes to the hospital, meets a nurse, and gets married.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Why?
But there's a couple of different outcomes. One where I think he gets into it with the cops or something like that. He's arrested. He becomes a bum himself.
Yeah, he becomes a bum.
Yeah, bike guy. And then there's one where the one we actually see where he meets the bum.
Yeah, and sells him the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of changes the plot, sort of, kind of, yeah.
Then we go back to Manny, and he's telling his grandma to fuck off because she's only offering him $500 when he needs $100,000.
Yeah, thanks,
Grandma had $100,000 apparently lying around.
Yeah. Like, I know grandmas are nice, and most of them would absolutely give it to their grandkids if they could. But
also, she's stuck, not 2 generations earlier when you would be jilting Right Said Fred for only $500. It's like a nickel when they.
Back in my day,
it was a shiny nickel.
job.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, movies where nickel and diamonds weren't worth too much, you know?
Yeah.
They were still a girl's best friend.
But Lola decides to run to a bank, which is where her father works. I guess he's the head of the bank. But he's currently in a conversation with his affair partner, who is having his baby, at least in this timeline. So Lola busts through the door, and the affair partner says to her dad, "Oh, it's your daughter." Like he didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, is that who that is?
Oh, look. It's your daughter. Look. There.
I know you're looking.
Your
Yeah. You're actively looking at her now, but let me introduce you to your daughter. Like,
Tom, Lola, Tom. Like,
yeah. In
okay.
case you didn't know, her dad.
But then this leads to a trauma dumping I have never seen a worse one before, where he says, "I've never loved your mom. I'm not your father.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you. I don't want anything to do with either one of you. Get the hell out of my bank. Bring in the security guy. Kick her the fuck out."
Oh, and I'm running away with
Wow.
with my secretary.
Yeah, I'm running away with my new mom, and I'm going to have lots of kids with her. What?
Yeah, I'm starting to think he's not such a great guy.
Yeah.
Saw a red flag or two there.
The more I see of this guy, the more I don't like him.
Yeah. I'm no psychologist,
Yeah.
but that seems
Calls her a-
bad.
Calls her a cuckoo's egg. Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Okay, a cuckoo's egg. Anyone know what that means? Is that a slang term?
That's the bird that lays its egg in another bird's nest, and then it's big and it kicks the other birds out. But the bird will raise it as its own, but it's not. So he's basically saying, "You're not my kid," is what he was saying. You're somebody else's.
Okay,
Mark, that was
sort
that was a clear plot point in Vivarium.
Oh, was anything in Vivarium clear? I one thing was clear about Vivarium. I did not care for it. I tell you that.
That's a clear thing.
Go back to our review. It's yeah. No, so is this where we get the term cuckold then, or something like that? Like he's raising another man's
It might
kid or
derive
something
like
from
that.
that. It might
Something-
derive from that. Yeah.
Is there a thing? But it's the cuckoo's. Okay.
Egg, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. So, I mean, still, like Derek said, that is a nasty ass trauma. I guess that's what $100,000 gets you is
Yeah.
the ability to unload like that. Holy.
But then, so when she gets outside, then she just starts running to Manny because she's only got like 7 minutes at this point left. But she's got no plan. Oh, because he said he's going to rob the bank. Because I'm going to say, otherwise, she really has no plan. She just starts running with nothing. You know what I mean?
No, she's
I
literally
guess she's
having to
trying to
think on
stop
the run
him
about
from-
what to do.
Yeah, and she said she's going to stop him from robbing the store, but she really has no backup plan. So,
Well, it wasn't her plan to run away. Like her first thought was like, let's just get the fuck out of town. We'll figure it out. Just go
I
on the
guess that's
run
it.
from the
Oh,
gangsters.
so yeah,
right?
stop him from
So-
robbing the store and then just run away. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe that was it. Was a
We should have
second
gone
chance.
to Milan, right?
yeah.
Because Right Said Fred is too sexy for it.
That's right. That's right.
So they wouldn't have gone.
They would never guess that they're there. Yeah.
So
Good writing.
the guy goes to rob the bank, and he's actively robbing the bank, and all of a sudden the security guard who let him walk by holding a gun in clear view
He didn't know his
finally
intent yet.
puts his gun up. Yeah, sure. And so Lola comes up from behind, wallops the security guy in the back of the head with some kind of heavy bag.
A planter or something from the
A
front
plant or
door. Something by the front door. Yeah.
Well, obviously, it was worth quite a bit of money because it helped make their $100,000 margin for the noon hour tills. You know, whatever that
So-
lady bought.
She knocks the guy down on the ground, grabs his gun, points the gun at the security guard who's lying on the ground and says, "Get down."
Is that what he says?
This may be the English dubbing because I've heard that Mike said that was supposedly terrible, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what
the subtitled version was a lot better. It was
Pretty
okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she was saying, "Get down." Yeah. And then he's like, he's like, do you know how to use the safety? And she's like, what that? And that's the lever on the side. And she flicks it and immediately shoots like into the guy's, skims his forehead like with a bullet.
Skims his forehead or something like that.
Yeah.
right above his. Yeah. Basically a warning shot.
What I love too is he brings his hand up and he's like, "Ow!"
Yeah.
Like it's just a flesh wound. Like, all right.
But what I love about this scene is I don't know what the camera, in Berlin, the 1998 security footage, I'm sure it's not as good as it is today. But Manny, he's got his sleeves rolled up and he's got a very distinctive full forearm tattoo. And then you got Lola, who's got Ronald McDonald colored hair, that only one out of every 3 million people have, and they're the ones rob. I mean, how about a mask? Because one's got Ronald McDonald red hair, and the other one's got a very distinctive tattoo that he rolled his sleeve up.
Yeah,
The suspect is wearing bright green pants and a white top and running in Doc Martens with Ronald McDonald hair, and the other guy looks like Right Said Fred. There, go get him. That's your APB. Get him. Take him away, toys.
Well, he looks like the guy from Hackers.
Yeah.
He's Matthew
Hackers.
Lillard.
No, the main character.
Oh yes. You're right. Oh my gosh, yeah, Johnny.
Johnny Miller.
Yeah, I keep mixed. I was thinking he was a big star, but he's only been in a couple movies since then. But yeah.
That's why we're not welcoming anyone to this show, except for maybe Franca Potente or whatever her name is.
So they run away, and they run down an alley, and the cops come on. They turn around, and the cops have got them cornered. And they all pull their guns out, and so Manny throws the cash up in the air, and this freaks out one of the cops, who shoots Lola directly between the boobs.
Yep. Like she had it. Like she was wearing a shirt from Target.
So we know where he was looking.
That's a good one.
That's right. Your shot follows your eyes.
There you go.
So we know where he was looking, and that officer's name, Mean Mark.
Yeah, that's exactly where. If that was me, I'd be a little nervous, and I probably would have been looking at that too. Yep.
Yeah, so
you'd shoot a little early, prematurely.
Yeah. Also, sorry. Carry on.
He's done for a while. All right.
He's refractory period.
I'm spent. All right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna chill here, boys. Yeah.
So then we get a little. I guess she can restart time.
Yeah, this is where it gets weird.
She can. Thank you. She's turned into Cher, and she's going to turn back time here. And so she turns back to. Oh, yeah, that ridiculous moment early in the morning where she throws the telephone receiver above her head and it lands perfectly on the phone. Bullshit.
Oh, no, I've done it. Yeah, the rest.
Yeah.
You have it?
87th take.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
well, that's the other 1998 thing. When's the last time you've seen one of those barbell shaped telephones? Mm-hmm. Like, remember those? You haven't seen. I think they were even kind of phased out in '98, but it was Germany, so maybe they still.
By the '90s, we had the wall hangers.
Yeah.
Much more convenient somehow.
So we start going through the second day. This time, the guy that has the dog in the stairs trips her down the thing. Why? But okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's different about that interaction, which causes the different outcome to her running down the stairs.
I guess
now she has a limp.
Delays her a little bit, right?
Yeah, now she has a limp when she runs.
Yeah, the outcome. Yeah, it changes but what started that chain of events? I guess she's come. It seems like though she's coming into this with knowledge now, like she knows.
Yeah.
Sort of. She remembers sort of what she just went through.
Kind of. Maybe I don't know.
She had the time stone. She just.
Yeah. So this time she bumps into the lady, and the lady ends up winning the lottery.
Yeah, because she doesn't bump into her as hard because she's got a limp. I think. I don't know. Some changes. Yeah.
Actually, I think she misses her. No, is it the third one she misses her? There's one more.
Yeah, the third one
we don't even see.
The third one, everything's right. Goes right. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, she runs right by. Sorry, the second one. You're right. She wins the lottery and marries some dude.
Yeah. Well, she already has a husband, but they end up getting married, and she gets whatever. The bike guy dies as a junkie.
Yeah, this is his turn as the bum. He just
so not a good turnout for him.
And I guess I was reading, and he's wearing a football jersey, and I guess it's like one of the worst teams in Germany. So,
oh really?
But we don't get that reference because we don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's the Leafs. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like a Toronto Leafs jersey.
The Stuttgart Leafs.
I'm saying this is an Ottawa Senators fan. It's a Leafs jersey. Yeah,
I like that. Stuttgart Leafs. I like that.
Stuttgart Leafs.
I'm gonna make a jersey for the Stuttgart Leafs.
yeah, exactly.
You're gonna spell it correctly and put a fucking V in it, you stupid asshole. Anyway,
the Stuttgart
plural
Leafs
is leaves.
Leaves is
not Leafs. Dumbasses. No wonder you can't win a cup. Anyway,
he pulled that joke off the shelves.
Her father still throws her out, but does it in a nicer way.
Oh, question for the room. Sorry.
Yeah.
To all the parents here, your child runs into the room while you're at work, and they ask you for, well, we'll do the conversion, $50,000. I need it right now. I can't tell you why. I don't even have time. What do you do?
Well, he's a bank manager. He's like, I wouldn't work with my, be a security guard. I guess. I mean, I don't know. His reaction isn't too far off because I mean, but you can tell she's all sweaty and something's going on. So you think he'd have more care, but his reaction's
more
not
concerned.
But he's having a deep conversation with his side piece. So I don't. He gets interrupted at the worst time possible. Yeah,
that always changes the complexity of a conversation with your child when they're asking for $50,000.
I guess you're right. You're right.
And I mean, if you're talking to your side piece and your child comes in, it's like, okay, $50,000. You want it in a cashier's check, or you want it in small unmarked bills? Because obviously you're hiding your side piece.
Well, and it's at this point too. The side piece says, "Do you want to raise a child with me, whether or not it's yours?" I'm like, where is this coming from?
Yeah, nobody in this movie has their own kid.
Yeah.
Like every kid in this movie, or even as her mom's talking to some other guy. So everybody's having an affair in this movie or not having their own kid or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the side piece has a side piece of her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cheating on can you cheat on the guy you're having an affair with? I don't know. It's very, it seems rather Inception
that's
of
when
affairs.
you need that's when you need the spinning top. That's what
really.
You know how far down the rabbit hole you are.
I guess I should have set the stage different, right? Sorry, you're at work, you're talking to your side piece, your son or daughter runs in. Does that change the outcome of? But I see your point, Brian. It's like, what is it going to take to get you out of here? Is it 50,000? Okay,
only if the side piece reminds me that that's my child.
Yes, very true.
Asked and answered. Thank you. All right.
So at this point, she decides, okay, I'm going to rob the bank. So she takes out a gun that she has.
No, she takes she grabs the security guard's gun.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Oh yeah, that piece of shit at the door. Yeah, takes his gun.
So he looks exactly like Silvio from Sopranos, is what I kept thinking about.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to say Josh Gad's security guard, but
okay,
but I like yours is better. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty good too. Yeah,
all glort, you know. So she holds there's a till right by the front door, and she holds it hostage, and the teller pulls out a whole bunch of money. And he says, it's only $88,000. And I was like, $88,000? You keep $88,000 by the front door?
Yeah.
Boy, you were just asking to be robbed.
Well, I had to have a security guard that gives up their, gun like...
Their gun so easily.
What was Dad gives out insults?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's really bad at his job.
But now she knows how to use he's like, you don't even know how to use the gun. In the first segment, she didn't know how to use the safety. Now she just clicks the safety. So you guys are right. She might have knowledge.
She does.
The previous iteration
bleeds
over into the next one.
Yeah,
And that's why it's
there's
like
memory
honing
there.
in on a.
Yeah, she
So-
gets 3 kicks at the can, essentially, is what.
Pretty much. So she exits the building, and all the cops are lined up pointing guns at her.
Yeah.
And
I
then
thought
they
this
tell
was
her,
one of the best scenes, don't you guys?
Me
I
too.
mean, she runs out and she's surrounded by guns pointing at her.
Yep.
They're like, "Hey, kid, get out of here!"
"Get out
She's
of
holding the
way."
bag. Yeah. I guess because it didn't have a dollar sign on it. That's why they didn't know
And they,
that she was
She
the
wasn't
robber.
wearing a
And-
mask like Hamburglar.
Yeah.
yeah. And did they just get an alarm, like a bell alarm that says that somebody's robbing the bank? They didn't get like
Silent
ATV.
alarm activated. Yeah.
They didn't get like young female with Ronald McDonald hair. They didn't.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would you think? The
Yeah.
first thing would have been a description. Would have been the very first
You
thing.
think.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, she couldn't possibly. She's a girl,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, 98. Where the misogyny quite hasn't hit the bricks yet. So, but the only good thing about this, well, not the only good thing, but the one good thing about this is that she wisely ditched the gun. Because obviously, if she'd run out and she still had the gun in her hand, they would have opened fire.
I guess that's
right?
true.
So,
Yeah.
But she wisely, before she leaves, she ditches the gun. Fingerprints be damned. I guess they don't have that in Germany in 1998.
No.
So we're out of here. And yes, this is really funny where like she gets tackled out of the way.
I was just going to say the officer, I don't know if you saw this, that tackles her out of the way, grabs her by the chest and
Oh, really?
carries her off to the side. That officer's name? Mean Mark?
That's right. I had to redeem myself this time after the first time I shot her. So the next time I wanted to make sure I apologized up close and personal.
And this time around...
And yes, I did notice that.
I knew you would. This time around, there's also an ambulance that stops before the comically large piece of glass. And then the second time around plows through it.
Yeah.
Because she distracts him.
Yeah. And then there's a car that pulls out and gets into an accident the first time around. And the second time he still pulls out and gets into an accident, but it's a little further down because Lola stops for longer.
Now, he gets into the accident with that bald guy. Did you guys think that was Ronnie, the guy he was going to have the meeting with, the gangster? And that's what delayed him? But it was a lot of people in the audience thought that, but it's not. It's a different guy.
Oh.
It's a different
I thought it
bald
was
guy.
a different guy. I didn't think
Yeah.
it was the same guy.
I kind of thought it was the same guy, but I go, well, I couldn't. I was kind of on the fence. I go, is that the same guy? Is that different? Because the only time we see the heavy is during his video game introduction. That's as long, and then you never really see him again after that. Yeah.
Well, that's not true because sorry to disagree, but you forgot about the much needed autograph session headshots at the beginning where they clearly have his the black spiky hair guy is our villain, and so these guys. But
no, he's bald at the end of the movie.
Yeah, he's bald. He's bald when they show
of then?
Ronnie the big bad is. He looks like Right Said Fred, but then one of the guys is bald that runs into him too. So that's why I got confused.
Well, these guys were on their way
I thought they were just gym bros and they got into it.
Thank you. I was just going to say they were on their way to or
the
from
right answer,
the gym.
But
that's what I got.
That's the right answer. I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys were friggin' jacked. And that's why that's the joke of it, right? Like 3 muscle-bound dudes and this bank teller
nerdy guy
or whatever, this pencil pusher, right? He's in for a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't see it, but...
And in the end, so at the end of the scenario 2, they don't go into the thing, but she has the money, and they're celebrating, and he just gets walloped by the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because they're standing in the middle of the road because, like Brian said, there's no other fucking cars on the road. So why wouldn't you run on the road?
Yeah, it's alarming how many movies I see this in nowadays. Like people are just that dumb.
Yeah.
To just stand in the middle. And then you have dumb drivers. Like how does an ambulance, the guy's in a cab over engine truck where his entire view is window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he
doesn't
see one guy standing in the middle of the road.
Doesn't hit the horn. Maybe a siren would do pretty. I think I hear that they have these things on ambulances to let you know that they're coming. I don't know if they have that in Germany in '98. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
What's
Mark,
that?
why don't you take that? That's a good idea. Why don't you take that down to an ambulance store and pitch him your idea for whoop whoops on the top.
This is it. I could be making 200,000 a day, on selling
by noon,
sirens.
100,000 by noon. So, yeah.
100,000 by. I'm going to sell enough. Yeah, once I've sold 100,000, I take lunch. And I come back and I sell another 100,000 worth of sirens. I love it. Thanks, boys. I'm going.
Just don't give a 50% discount at the end.
That's right, and don't get robbed.
Yeah. So she restarts the day again because her boyfriend dies.
Does she or does he?
He does, because isn't it through his eyes? Well,
It's we zoom in on him dying, right? And then
yeah. But I assume it's her doing it because she's the one trying to get it right.
yeah, I think that's
right.
it. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we all could be wrong or right.
Yeah.
So,
well,
because
we
this
have the
movie doesn't tell you.
we have the
No, that's
freaky.
true.
But we forgot we have the freaky between is the freaky red light where they're in bed together in the red light confessions or whatever it is.
Yeah, the post-coital cigarette confessions. Yeah.
Yeah.
red light district somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
And she starts off with like, "Do you love me?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "How do you know? How do you know you love me? How do you know I'm the best girl?" And I wrote down, at this point, yeah, I'm starting to doubt myself. God, what's with a relationship that comes with fucking the second degree? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
off,
know,
lady.
right? And they say pithy lines like, who is your thoughts? And I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to make me think in this movie about robberies gone wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about how her cardio is amazing, and you know what I mean.
Trust me, I'll get to that after.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I got trivia on that.
But like,
Oh yeah, I think I know.
like
what you mean.
she's drilling into like the human psyche. Like he's got all the answers about what it is to be alive and have thoughts, and what do they mean to you? Like, is it your heart or your mind or what? I'm just like, thanks for dropping like 1,000-pound weight on me in the middle of this running movie.
I left it. I'm like, I'm not trying to understand this. Just get to the next one because I know what's coming now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm not on enough drugs to think about this. Really.
So the third time she runs out, she jumps over the dog and the thing. She doesn't run into, I don't think she runs into the girl with the stroller at all.
No, she doesn't.
She just tells the bike guy to fuck off. But the bike guy meets up with the bum at a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
The bum offers to buy his bike for $70. So the next time we see the bum in the background, he's riding on a bike. Because then Manny is at the phone booth yelling at Grandma, hangs up. The blind woman outside the phone booth stops him, says, "Wait."
Yeah.
The bum on the bike goes by. He recognizes the bum and the bag of money, so he gives chase to the bum on the bike.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Lola has decided, she goes to the bank, she gets rebuked again. So this father's a real piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
She comes out of the bank. She thinks about what she's going to do.
Wait,
no.
sorry,
She doesn't get rebuked by or rebuked. He leaves. I can't remember. She's delayed.
I remember.
She leaves before she gets there.
It's we go back a little bit further. Sorry, we go back a little bit further when the guy's pulling out of the car park. She jumps on the hood and delays him even further and talks to him for a sec. He recognizes her and they have a conversation.
Yeah,
letting the car of the muscle bound dudes pass by.
So so there's no accident.
But he was on his way to a meeting with the dad.
Yes.
So the reason why
Brian, are you keeping up with this?
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a test on this after.
There's going to be a test on this.
I hope you're taking notes.
I'm taking notes.
What 1996 movie did that look? A European movie at that? Did that seem like when she fell on the hood of his car? There was a movie that this is very much like in the same spirit of. Did you guys get Train Spotting vibes when Ewan McGregor?
Oh God,
because he did the same thing on that car.
Spotting since '96.
Yeah, so he did the same. He landed on the hood the same way. And then and that would have been like
Con Air when they throw Dave Chappelle out and he lands on the guy.
She's a little bit more elegant than that.
A little bit more elegant
than a dummy being thrown out of an airplane, but and I don't mean Dave Chappelle. But no, so that delays this guy, and so then he arrives on time for the meeting, interrupting the affair
Side piece
chat
talk, yeah.
Yeah, side piece talk. Yeah. Welcome to side piece talk. Here we have.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get to tell him about her side piece, and
Right.
so he leaves for the meeting, and then Lola comes in.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen this movie in 20 years, and I knew on the third one he was happy, and he's like, I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to have a baby, because she doesn't tell him. Yeah, she doesn't have time to tell him that it's not his. And then I thought he saw Lola, and then he said. Then I thought he accepted her. I thought it was kind of happy, but it's not really that happy. He doesn't see her. He just walks by or leaves before she comes. So it's weird. It's weird how your memory changes things, but yeah.
Well, in this movie, they change things for us
Yeah,
to remember
everything's
like 3
changed
times.
Exactly.
So
she starts running away from the bank, and she's thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I'm like, well, you can get out of the fucking car lane for one. She's literally running down the road with cars behind her. I'm sure, like, the car behind her, get the fuck out of the road, fucking Ronald McDonald.
Oh, you know what I haven't done is I haven't told my inappropriate joke that you're gonna have to get your editing.
Okay.
Awooga, get your editing scissors out now, Derek. But do you think there's any old timers in Berlin going 1998? I haven't seen a redhead run that fast through Berlin since 1938.
Hey,
Inappropriate joke warning. Inappropriate joke warning.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
This has been an inappropriate joke.
This has been an inappropriate joke moment. There we
go. Go dated reference. Yeah. Now, Brian, you're a runner, aren't you?
No, Mike's the runner.
No,
Mike's the runner.
Mike's the runner. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, I used to be. Obviously, I haven't lately. But my coaches always told me it's better to run on pavement than on cement, and better to run on grass than pavement. So I'm actually on board, especially if you're running in Doc Martens. This is just going to be good for your shin splints, right? Like, you're going to be.
And I guess when they were recording the movie, they said, that you can put running shoes on when we show you from the waist up. And they were such tight. It was such an indie movie. She's like, no, let's just keep going with the Doc Martens. And yeah. And
it would change how you run, I think.
Yeah.
You can tell that her feet are way down in this movie.
Her stride would be different if she had some comfy running shoes on. I think, because
she actually ends up looking cooler. I think kind of a cooler running style. But
her stride seems to be pretty. Like, she gets on a really good. Like, when Bike Guy shows up, I'm like, no, she finally found her pace.
Yeah,
like don't interrupt it. She had to work to get here. Now she's the goal is to keep the pace. You know what I mean? Like, that's the.
I would have liked to have heard the Foley from the actual recording of her running in Doc Martens, sounding like horse hooves on the pavement.
Yeah,
because those were heavy fucking shoes back then.
Yeah. That's again, no one sees or hears them when they're running in Doc Martens, and somehow manages to hit people, with their cars all over the place. So
yeah. So she's thinking about what to do, and she stops, almost gets hit by a bus, Final Destination style. And she looks up, and she's right outside a casino. So she goes in with her $99.50, gets a $100 chip because she begs it. Goes to a roulette table, bets it on 20 black, and it hits, and it pays 32 to 1. So it'd
be 36 to 1, but I think the house takes some, so I think it ends up being like 35 to 1 because there's 36 numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. 35 to 1.
Yeah.
So 35 to 1, she gets paid the 3,500. She then puts it back with the original $100 chip back on 20. They spin the roulette wheel, and she prior in this movie, she has a couple of times screamed, which shatters glass around her.
Shatters glass, yep.
Why? I don't know. But now she's in the casino. The roulette wheel is going. She needs it to land in 20 black, and she screams again. It shatters some drinking glasses and causes the ball to land in 20 black again?
Yep. Yeah, really. So she's basically one of the X-Men. I think Charles Xavier shows up. There's an after credit scene that we all missed where Charles Xavier shows up to recruit her.
Mm-hmm.
There is a redheaded Irish lady named Siren in the X-Men, if anyone's that nerdy. But yeah, I've been watching some Mythbusters lately, and they actually proved this is possible. Now, granted, not the ball thing and not the extreme,
but
they had a rock singer hold up a glass and manage to find the frequency that
resonance,
would break the. You saw that episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
So instead of running and watching Run Lola Run, I watched Mythbusters.
You know what? Me too. Yeah, I got. I'm not running. I'm watching Mythbusters. That's what I'm doing. So keep running.
You're living
Mike.
my dream, Brian.
But yeah, it's crazy. She has X-Men powers. She has mutant powers.
So because she's paid out 35 times 36,000, she got basically $130,000. So now she's got the money. She gets paid out. Now she's going out to the grocery store. What we don't see now, going back to Manny, he's now chasing the bum. And after chasing him through the city this whole time, then he decides to pull out his gun and threaten to shoot him. Which could have thought of that sooner, but whatever.
Yeah, really.
Then, and I'm going to say this is a weird part, and I know what the kind of heavy lifting that statement's doing. He tells the homeless man, "That's my money." Homeless man says, "Yeah, I know." He says, "Give me my money." He says, "Okay." He says, and the homeless man says, "Well, what do I get in return?"
Yeah.
And he says, "I want your gun." He says, "Okay, here's my gun." And the homeless guy doesn't rob him back.
Yeah, he's got a gun and he's got a bag full of... and the homeless man knows how much money's in there because he's been holding it the whole time. And he just lets him walk away.
He's been spending it. There's just under $100,000 in there.
Yeah, minus the 77.
And that's my thing. Because eventually we see that we don't see it, but Manny eventually does go to Right Said Fred and pays him off. So now they're clear of that deal. But we see that the homeless guy, we know that he spent $70 on a bike.
Yep.
And
we
hot
see
dogs.
that he's bought a new suit jacket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he bought lunch.
So he's out. I'm going to say a couple $100. Does that matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. You're a couple
Rounding
$100 out of the $100,000, but.
Yeah, maybe Manny threw in his wham, his walking around money. Maybe had some pocket money. His
wham.
Okay, so
wham.
You guys know when you watch him
before. Never anyone called them.
You guys don't know wham walking around
money?
No,
I've heard walking around money. I've never heard it called wham.
Yeah,
I've heard walking around money, but I didn't say you got.
Wake me up before you go with your walking around money.
Yeah, really.
No, but I know
he threw a CD into the bag. Is that what Mike's talking about?
Yeah, I guess.
But you know, I've heard Mark talk about this before, like when he knew everything about the, working at the. I'm sorry, what do you call it? The garbage dump? I know you don't call it the garbage dump.
Scrapyard, yeah.
Scrapyard. When you know too much about a subject. So here we go. I work at a casino, so here we go. I have some problem. So she's just allowed to walk out. Like, first of all, they would make her stay for like 40 minutes because they'd have her fill out the tax. She'd pay the tax right there on the money.
Right.
And they would be running an investigation because they gave up that much money. You have to, anytime you give out a big winning, you have to kind of like investigate. Like usually we go into the machine and we take the machine out and we run the thing to make sure that it's running properly and stuff. If they win it,
run a diagnostic.
Yeah, yes. Diagnostic. So I don't know what they do on a roulette wheel, but they would look at the cameras for at least, because what she did was crazy. And second of all, the lady wouldn't have let her in, wouldn't have gave her that extra money because she's got to account for her money at the end of the night.
Yep.
Well, maybe she used her wham.
Yeah, maybe she used her wham, gave her the
50
cents. Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, she was just a little bit shy. Maybe the lady was nice and went into her own personal supply there and pulled out a couple of marks from her purse.
And what do you like when she walked out and everybody in the casino I kind of like that shot where they just kind of stared at her like they were just like all
What was that about? All of a sudden she's now the leader of a cult?
Yeah. But I kind of liked it. I don't know, just because it was so crazy. They knew something supernatural happened there. Or I guess it was semi-supernatural. What would you call that? But yeah.
The lady who screamed who screamed and broke all the glass, no one's going to look at her. I think that would draw a crowd.
And then she won them. She hit on 36-1 twice in a row, which is like 36 times 36, I guess. But
yeah. She bets on 20 and then doubles down on the same number to hit exactly again.
And you know that 20 this movie's an hour 20, and then like all the segments, and she has 20 minutes to get the money to Manny, and she bets on 20, and like the segments are like 20 minutes. And I guess the segments are in like real time, but I don't know if they were, but yeah.
No.
Oh, really?
I can't.
Yeah.
It's a precursor to 24, is it?
Yeah, I guess.
The
Yeah.
following takes place between
Yeah, really.
11:40 and then noon.
Yeah.
Well,
This segment takes place between 11:40 and noon.
I don't. Yeah, something tells me they're not in real time, because why would they run back into bed under the red light and then come back out again? You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
But
real.
another
Yeah.
weird thing,
Well,
She
those
runs
were like
behind-
flashbacks, I think. But yeah.
she runs behind the ambulance, and then this time she gets into the ambulance. And there's a guy doing chest compressions on the victim, and he's just barely hanging on. He's got a very faint heartbeat. And the medic is like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "I'll stay with him."
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
What? Why are you allowed in the ambulance? Why are you holding his hand? Why does holding his hand cause him to get his heartbeat back?
Because she's supernatural, man.
The paramedic looks at her like, "Oh my God, you're Jesus Christ," and I'm questioning everything I learned in medical school, because
Well,
I've just seen a divine laying on of hands, for Christ's sakes. I don't know.
or maybe he's just really into dyed red hair, and his heart got just a moving when she touched his hand. You know what I mean? Like, hello,
Favorite movie is
nurse.
The Fifth Element. Is that one?
Yeah, hello, nurse. Yeah, yeah, Fifth Element. Yeah,
Oh, and then
maybe he thought he was an angel. Like, he's like, oh, I am dead. Okay, you know. Like,
Well, the movie had a couple, and I'm sorry, I read some facts about the movie, so I spurred them out. But remember when Manny's in the phone booth and the blind woman, they kind of have the same kind of exchange. She gives him his phone card, and then he goes to give it back to her, and she just like, they have like a weird exchange where she just walks away, leaving him with the phone card. That was his mother. That was the actor's mother in real life. Yeah.
Oh, was she also one of the nuns that's in the lineup? There's a nun with shades on, like a blind nun. Is it the same woman?
Oh, maybe. I
don't know.
I noticed that, the camera sort of.
What was with the nuns?
Nuns out for a walk. Nuns can walk.
They were like bowling pins.
I'm not questioning the nun's ability to walk.
Ode to the
They're
sound
like
of music.
bowling pins she had to run through. Yeah. They're like an
Was that
extra.
right?
So it's an ode to the sound of music.
Yeah.
No, there we go. Yeah. Do they part the Red Sea, the Nun Sea there?
Nun Sea, yeah. Yeah, she gets out of the hospital. She gets out of the ambulance. She meets up with Manny, and he's paid off. Right, said Fred is happy, and they start walking. He's like, "What's in the bag?"
And that ends the movie.
Well, by the way, that's how I know one of the nuns was blind. Nun C.
Oh,
boy.
There, sorry. All right.
None of
All
them could none see.
Yeah.
like what do you call a blind German?
What?
A not see.
Not there you go.
Well, no, you guys are doing the inappropriate jokes.
That's an inappropriate joke. This has been an inappropriate joke.
Yes. We have to start getting an intro for that segment, you know.
So, yeah, that's the movie. I mean, it's not bad, but it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know German feature films, but that's totally possible.
Well, I mean, this is a culture that does like David Hasselhoff.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and for all we know, like for German art films, maybe this is like a kids movie to them. Like, this is just like the bare minimum. Like, this is Blue's
the
Clues.
intro.
This is
the
Blue's
intro
Clues.
to
Yeah.
feature films.
Or just
Lola is their SpongeBob, you know, like.
And they do. We have plenty of German techno, and it's cold, lifeless, repetitive, and they're like, we love it.
Yeah.
More, please.
I played it at my wedding.
Yeah. I tell you, that late 90s techno music throughout this entire movie, just I was brought back.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who was really into techno back then, and I was just brought back to listening to that shit in his basement back then.
That's why I was telling
Apex
Brian.
Twin and
I was telling Brian, you got to see this in the movie theater. You can't watch it on your iPhone 13.
At least
where you can't have it full screen.
Yeah, you can't have it full screen. He's watching a postage stamp. Yeah.
Yeah, you want. Yeah, exactly. I saw this on Icon.
Just a few things on this movie. Like you said, the English dub of this film is widely regarded to be one of the worst in history. And that's the version I watched.
Wow. Okay, because you were getting the wrong characters saying the wrong things. Yeah.
Oh, was I? Oh, okay.
Like he's like the security guard didn't say get down. She said get down, and
Yeah. She said to get down to the security guard. Well, I liked about the bank security guard. At least in the English dub, he walks her out and he's like, "Okay, well, see ya," and then walks back into the thing.
Oh, okay.
That
So
was cold.
well, in the subtitle version, he's like, "Well, everyone has a bad day."
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, he says that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought
And he's like, "See ya."
your version was just "see ya," and I was like, "Well, no,
Like,
he
see ya. Well,
says
kind of the same, but
Well, then
it's still cold, yeah." But
and then the third one there is wordless. Like she just turns and stares at him, and you just see his face. He's like you just seen a ghost. So I think she
Yeah.
does. I think we're supposed to think that she has some like supernatural, because he's just like frozen. Like I'm like
Yeah.
Silvio from The Sopranos. Look at he's just frozen.
I could have used like a music sting, like to say that she had some kind of power going on, but
yeah, like an audio note to
yeah. In a 2024 interview, Franca recalled that Lola's many running scenes were tough to do because she was not in shape at the time, and she was smoking 2 packs a day, and
Yeah,
also had to wear Doc Marten boots.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
packs a
tough
day.
run. Let me
And
tell you, as a
think how many-
former smoker,
How many takes they had to take too? Like it's,
yeah. How many times like especially at the beginning of filming, how many times mid take we should like I should just stop and be like 9.
It's like,
9.
nine.
how many times at the end of a running scene did she just pull off and throw up?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. Some of these longer
That
shots.
one time she does see her dad, and he's like, "You look." What does he say? You look like shit, or you look
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah, you look terrible.
Yeah, no doubt.
the hair and makeup lady for those scenes, she was like, "I'm going to lunch because I can't
She's
make
sweating
you
it
work.
off.
I can't do any better than how you already look. You look awful, you know."
Yoshiaki Koizumi, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, is a game designer at Nintendo, called this film one of his main inspirations for the idea behind The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, which came out in 2000.
What?
So, like this film, the game's story centers around time rewinding, which causes the player to go through the same days and events repeatedly until enough experiences are gained in order to achieve the goal.
Okay.
So, interesting.
And
Hans...
do we find out that Zelda's not really like the daughter of, you know,
She's a cuckoo's egg.
Zelda's
she's
a
a
cuckoo's egg, yeah.
No, she finds out that you stop the moon from crashing into the earth if you get $100,000
By noon.
by noon. Hans Paytash, I know I'm not pronouncing that right, who speaks the narration at the beginning, is one of Germany's most popular fairy tale narrators. His distinctive voice is easily recognized by anyone who grew up with fairy tale records in Germany. So,
Huh. He's like their Morgan Freeman or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
so. Well, as always on this show, we try to find the real story behind the story. Mark, we'll start with you.
I've got 4 of them.
Okay.
Or is it the reason I canceled my 1999 walking tour of Berlin? Or
You've
is
already seen it.
yeah. Or is it how not to skip leg day? Or is it just a series of unfortunate events? You know that movie with, like, I think, and Neil Patrick Harris redid it. Yeah.
Yep.
Or is it, excuse me, the day your boyfriend was almost murdered over 100,000 marks, and when you went to your father for help, and he told you weren't his was the worst day of your life. To me, it was a Tuesday.
Thank you, Ben Bison.
Yep.
Let's go to
Like,
Brian.
what a bad
Brian,
day for her. Holy, sorry.
Did you glean anything from what we talked about here?
The or is this is a German ode to Groundhog Day and Taxi Cab Confessions.
There you go.
Oh, nice pull.
Nice Taxi Cab Confessions pull. I
Wow.
like that.
When you're
that's
talking
a nice
about the
deep
asking
cuts, man.
questions after, it's like, no, that's Taxi Cab Confessions.
That's very true.
How's it
That's
the
very
guy
true.
that didn't see the movie came up with better, or is it than the guy who co-hosts?
Well,
or
and then
is
I
it-
also now I have
nicely done.
something that I want to see come out of this is I need a show called Side Piece Talk with Linda Richmond and Dr. Drew, and it'll have a 20-minute runtime. Oh, I'm for Clem. Talk
Hello,
amongst
welcome to
talk
Side
amongst
Piece.
yourselves.
I'm your host, Linda
like that.
Richmond. We're here talking to our side pieces. Here we have Franco. Franco, say hello to everyone.
That's brilliant. That's why you're way more talented than I am with the voices.
I have a cold though, so the New York accent works even better.
Mike?
Okay, so I have, this whole movie, it's called Run Lola Run because she gets her moped stolen at the beginning. So, like, what would happen if one of the scenarios where it wasn't stolen? Then, you could title, like I said, you could title it Ride Lola Ride, or would that be a better title? We're talking late 90s here, so they still had the porn knockoff. So, would that be a better title for the porn knockoff?
Yeah,
Ride
yes.
Lola
I
Ride.
think so.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you've said it on the internet, it happens.
It's going to happen.
If it hasn't already, it will.
Rule 33.
Yep.
34? 33 or 40.
One of those.
Yep.
I also have 4 of them. Or is it third time's the charm?
Yeah.
Or is it
Yep.
women, the cause of and solution to all of the world's problems?
Yeah.
Or is it, if you need $100,000, just become the German Miss Cleo?
There you go.
Wow.
Or is it German Forrest Gump? It didn't matter where I was going, I was running.
That's awesome. That's really good.
I'm glad you saved that one for the last one.
Oh, that was really good.
That would have been funny if they called it Run Forrest Run. After this.
After this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Forrest Gump's password, eh?
Wait, which one came first, by the way?
1 Forrest 1.
Oh, no.
This has been a bad joke moment. Anyway.
This has been a punny moment, yeah.
So, we're going to try to release this on the same week that you guys are releasing your show. Do you want to give us a heads up and let us know what that show's going to be about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a person come on who has some fun stories to share that we had never met before. It's not the sister of someone that we both were groomsmen in a wedding for. Has some interesting Alice Cooper stories and how she kind of became a fan of Alice Cooper. And then our B segment is we're going to do songs about cars. We're going to do a Mount Rushmore songs about cars, some honorable mentions, put together a playlist.
And you guys still have to put in. You guys still have to put in your entries for that. Yeah.
I know. I said mine. I gave mine.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll get that. I'll get to that.
Mark's was
already
mentioned, but by a different artist. Or that Mike
that's
has
right.
it.
Yeah, Mark did send in one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's the 70s versus the 80s podcast. It's a great nostalgic podcast. What I love about you guys is you have so many various topics. You never know what you're going to get with you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And it could be TV one day. It could be trucker stories. You had like a whole segment on CB lingo or CB stuff because you had Lee, a great guest on your show.
Yeah.
Enjoyed listening to his couple of shows.
Yeah, we've gone away from just comparing the pop culture or a movie from the 70s versus the movies from the 80s, kind of how it started out, and more just we're going down memory lane and both paying homage to it and also joking about it and tying it into modern times. It's a nostalgia podcast. It's looking back at these decades. It would have been our formative years, being gentlemen in our mid to late 50s, depending on how you define mid.
Yeah, it's great. And so everyone should check that out. Okay, well, that's going to about do it for a Run Lola Run. I'm Derek.
I mean, Mark.
I'm Mike on the mic.
Yeah, and I'm Spunky Comstock from the 70s versus 80s podcast.
Join us next time when we'll take a look at the story of 2 detectives tracking a serial killer who kills people based on how attractive they are. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and Kevin Spacey star in 7, maybe an 8.